On this next segment, let's see how we can increase the angle for you to successfully, with enough pressure, convincingly get from side control to top mount position. And I called originally this technique the brutal mount transition. But now we're going to be more specific from an instructor's perspective. You're going to go 11, 1, 11, meaning 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, or 11 o'clock. It depends which side you are. You're going to try to place your partner's head on a certain position, and by using the time as if the partner was inside a clock, it makes it a lot easier to explain at a later time to the students how to properly execute that position. Let's take a look. Assuming now that you passed and you successfully exercised the belly button pressure and your partner has both shoulders flat on the ground. So that's kind of the beginning here, okay? What I want you to establish here basically is hip control with the elbow and body control with the cross face, okay? My idea here, stay strong there for a second here, is to place his head, which is in a straight line. Since I'm on his right side, I'm gonna try to land his head gently on 1 o'clock, which is a bit further out towards where his shoulder is now, okay? So he's 12, I want his head to be here. How do I accomplish that, okay? So whenever I'm here, the guy starts to push, I move back a little bit and control the shoulder. Now keep moving a little bit. I put enough pressure on the hip, try to shrimp. If he tries to shrimp, there's a little bit of a delay there, okay? Now I rotate my hip and I post my leg. You see that? So here right now, I can anchor. Okay, here, yeah, keep your back flat. Yeah, look, I can anchor and separate a little bit. The way you separate, especially when the guy wants to be heavy, is a mix of pulling and bouncing. So pulling alone doesn't do enough, but when you push your hip forward, it kind of creates a little bit. And once you have that separation, you try to place on 1 o'clock, okay? Now, when you do the 1 o'clock, you know, it might take 1 or 2 attempts. Over here, you're gonna kind of rotate your hip and slide your arm until your shoulder touches. Okay, do you see how, I'm gonna go easy on you here, but the idea here is to immobilize your head against the mat. Can you turn towards me? No. And then from here, belly button pressure and head on the ground, try to stop the mount. See how I separated the elbow? Here, and here too, I try to block your arms. If you try to use this hand, use that hand. So your hand is stuck. So I can freely get my knee over, and then eventually, sorry for the pressure, drive through, okay? So one of the things you're gonna see when your partner has free hands, especially if I slide through, I can beat this elbow and slide the arm through, the knee through, but his hand is gonna be available to face away and block, okay? A lot of times, if this elbow is in and I beat this arm, even if I step over, his other elbow is gonna put me in the half guard. He's gonna be able to offset my mounted stability. Let's go from this side here real quick. Okay, so even if I'm successful in beating this arm, but his other arm is properly positioned near him, if I ever accomplish a step over or a knee ride, his other arm is gonna deflect my leg and set me up for a half guard or even worse, okay? That's why, real quick, one of the things you're gonna try to do is pin down the head, okay? And then neutralization of the near elbow and trapping the wrist of the far arm. So he's kind of like on a limbo right there in terms of using his hands, and he can't successfully turn either direction because I'm pinning the head, okay? So let's go back again. In this case, I'm doing the head on 1 o'clock. So here, if you want to be a little better, remember, it's not secondary, which is the chest, it's primary, which is the belly button. So he tries to move, you have a lot better chance of keeping here for a little bit. Control, okay? Here, look, you switch your stance, pressure on the elbow, try to move a little bit, pressure on the elbow on the hip, okay? Here, elevate, and here you might have to do a couple times, okay? Keep your elbow tight. Here, now look, my goal now is to stretch my arm, and I will pin. Now, one thing I do a lot of times is I catch his jaw on the outside, and I make his face turn towards me. It could be a choke. Okay, and this hand cups on the arm, stay strong. Here I clear, okay, belly button, head down. Say, now try to move this arm. Can you escape this arm, bump your hip a little bit? Yeah. You see how I kind of stay with the arms controlled? Now here, as my knee touches the ground, I squeeze. So if you try to bump and rotate, there's balance there. Now it gives me time to unlock the position, point my head to the center and catch the forearm before I finish the kick. Okay? And that's how you finish the in this case, 1 o'clock mount, because I started on his right, but if I'm on his left, then it's going to be the 11 o'clock mount. Thank you.